Hi everyone, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my stamp room. Come on in, we're going to create together. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are absolutely making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. So thanks for all that you do. I hope in this video that you get a little creative inspiration so you can make and send even more cards. We're going to make a beautiful card tonight. I'm actually pre-recording this video. Well, by now I will be at the Stamp It Up incentive trip to Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So I'm really excited. I have a lot of packing to do tonight, but I wanted to come on and record our video so that you can watch while I'm away. We're going to play with the Sunrise Sailing bundle again tonight. I've been doing some videos with that. I've been creating with that. This card is a little different take than what I've been doing. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So I'm going to go to my desktop here. There we go. Got my vacation nails all ready to go. Okay, I want to remind you that I do send free project sheets out in my emails. If you're not currently subscribed to that, you can do so at that email address, SueStampfield.com, and just sign up for free project sheets. Those go out about twice a month and match up with some of my videos. Now, in a past video, we used this Sunrise Sailing bundle to make this card. And this is a spanner panel card, so it opens three ways, 1, 2, and then 3. And so I've really been into, and then the previous one I did was one of the Crafternoon Fun Folds. This is the pop-up parade card, so it's a pop-up that goes, when you pull it out of the envelope, actually it would go in the envelope this way because of my banner. It does fit in a standard envelope, and then 1, 2, and 3 pop-ups. And this one, again, is red, white, and blue, which just seems very nautical to me. So that was my inclination on both of these. But this one, we're going to do in gold. So let me, what do I want to start with here? Let's start with pulling in, oh, and I've realized I've forgotten the embossing folder. All right, well, let's bring our card base in here. This is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to fold this and give it a score here. Just find my bone folder. All right, so that's going to be our card base. And then we're going to do a little embossing. Now, again, we're using a bundle here, and I only have part of the bundle because this bundle comes with an embossing folder. So let me grab that. Oh, good, it's where it belongs. Yay! Oh, goodness. All right, I found it. So we play a little game here at Sue Stampfield. When I can't find something, and then I find it again, we all say found it, and we take a sip of our beverage. So let me know what is in your cup tonight. I have ice water in my cup, but this is the embossing folder, and the dies fit in the embossing folder. And we're going to use that tonight. So I think we could go ahead and just get started here by embossing right out of the chute. So we've got our card base ready, and this piece is going to be an embossed layer, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to put this in my embossing folder. Now you can move this around. This is a 6, let me just kind of clear the deck here a little bit. This is a 6 by 6 embossing folder. So you can move it around, decide where you want it to be. I want the sailboat. Can you even see that, you guys? Boy, it's hard to see there. If I kind of tilt it, so, you know, if you wanted more ocean, you could have it down just to the very top of the sail. If you want some of the clouds and birds, you can slide it up a little bit. Totally up to you on where you want to do that. I am going to peek at my one that I made just so I can kind of do similar, I guess. I don't know. They all look a little different, right? And that's okay. All right, so maybe if I slide it in here, you can see it. I kind of want the sailboat to be centered on my card. All right, so let's see if I can tilt that there. I think if I tilt it just like that, you can kind of make out the embossing. But we're going to emboss it, and then you'll really be able to make it out. So let's bring in our die cutting machine here. Put that into play. Now, I know there are so many great things right now in the new catalog. This is actually an online exclusive. So not only are there new things in the catalog, there's a whole bunch of products that are in the online store, like this Sunrise Sailing bundle that you don't want to miss out on. So make sure you're going on to stampitup.com and checking out all of those new products. I'm cranking this through. It's a 3D embossing folder, so I have my platform number 1, my embossing folder with the paper in it, and my plate number 4. And we're going to pull this out and take a look at this. Now, I should let you know, if you do have a lot of things on your wish list, Stampin' Up! Is having a great special this month on the starter kit. It's a great way to really maximize your value and get your stuff for less. So you get $165 a product for $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. And you can, really take advantage of that. Once you purchase the starter kit, then you get the demonstrator discount going forward of 20% off your products. So it's a really good deal. I'm also having a special event in June for people who sign up in May. That is to inspire creativity. It's a special video you'll be invited to. Look how gorgeous that is, just on white. It's absolutely beautiful. Now with these 3D folders, especially with the basic white, you are going to get a little bit of cracking. It's not cracking, maybe, I guess creasing. That's not a crack in the paper, it's a little crease in the paper, and down here as well. I find that once the card is all done, it's just not even noticeable. If it bothers you, or you think it's too noticeable, you can take a bone folder and from the back side rub out the crease. I'm just going to let it go. Not bothered by it at all. So I've got this to put on my card layer, which I've now, found it. It was under there. I was hoping it was. All right, so now I'm going to set this aside. We're going to bring it back in a minute. But now this is where this bundle is so cool. And I wanted to show this one. What am I looking for here? I wanted to show this one early on because I'm really worried it's going to go out of stock, you guys, because it is really, really awesome. All right, so I've got a piece of basic white here that is 4 1/4 by 4, a little bigger than I need actually. And I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to rub it all over this paper because I'm going to stamp with Versamark ink and then put some gold. Boy, I really got that good, didn't I? Stop, Susan, stop. I'm going to be sprinkling powder on here, and I don't want the powder to stick with from the oils in my hands or whatever, so I just rub the embossing buddy. That's part of the Embossing Editions tool kit. So I've got my my large boat here, this one right here on my block, and the Versamark ink pad. So I'm just going to ink that up. This is a clear ink. Sorry, that was loud. This is a clear ink. So such a big stamp. I'm actually going to lay it stamp facing up and just go through and tap. This is a sticky wet ink that my powder is going to stick to. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp this. Doesn't really matter where I stamp it, just as long as it's all the boat is on the paper. Whoa, look how sticky that is. I couldn't lift it. It stuck, which is good because I want a nice sticky ink here. Let's bring in our, this is this is also in the Embossing Editions toolkit. And then I have a jar of the Wow Metallic Gold Rich embossing powder. This comes in a set with other metallics. It comes with silver and copper, I believe. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that on liberally and just tap the excess right back into that tray. There's a little cap at the end. It's like a built-in funnel so that I'll be able to just pour all of this right back in the jar because I don't want to waste all that. Can you see all that powder that's sitting in there? I've been using it for several things, including our last video where we made this beautiful card and we did some embossing with that. This is that new washi tape, Extraordinary Flora, and you can find that on my channel. So absolutely beautiful stuff. All right, so now we put our powder on, but it is dull and brown and shiny, or not shiny, and so we want to make it shiny. So I'm going to bring in the heat tool here. And once I turn this on, you're not going to be able to hear me. So talk amongst yourselves while I do this. I'm going to grab, this is also part of the Embossing Editions toolkit. It's this little tweezer that's kind of locking so that I don't I don't burn my fingers. So let's turn on our heat gun. If I put it away from the microphone, you can kind of hear me. I'm letting it warm up here for a minute. The more you warm up your heat gun, the less warping you'll get with your paper when you heat it. So you can see that I kind of checked it in the light and I could tell, okay, can you see right here my problem? I've got two areas that are not fully melted. You can see when I tilt it in the light, they are not shiny. So this part right here and this part right here need just a little bit more. Once they're all melted, oh, that still isn't done. Okay. There we go. All right, so now it's all shiny everywhere, okay? It's a fairly big image, so it takes a little bit longer than just the word that we're going to be doing later. That'll be quicker. All right, so now we want to die cut this out. But here's the cool thing about this bundle. Let's bring our machine back in. We're not just going to die cut. We could just die cut it out with the normal die cutting setting, but we're actually going to die cut it and emboss it. This is optional. I will say that the embossing is pretty subtle, but I really like that it kind of makes the sail puff out a little bit on the boat. Again, it's personal choice. Now I just put this in backwards. It goes cutting edge up, or you're just gonna cut your die or cut your embossing folder. You don't want to do that. And I'm using the Stampin' Up! Logo side, and you want to just nestle it so that it's in with the matches up with the shape there. And I'm gonna hold it with my hand and flip it around, and then I'm just gonna take my sailboat here and line it up with the die. Shift around as needed. I don't want to shift the die. I just want to shift the paper because the die is in place. So that looks pretty good right there. It is a little forgiving, so you can be not exactly right on. You've got a little bit of fudge factor there. And then we're going to go ahead and send that through. So I'm going to put the folded side in first and pop this in here. Sometimes I forget that. They do recommend that you do the folded edge of the embossing folder first. Helps your folder last longer, less wear and tear on your folder. There, clunk. All right, let's see how we did. So we're gonna pull this out, open this up, and there we have our sailboat. And it did shift on me a little bit. I got a little extra white on the side here. I'm okay with that. If I flip it over, I don't know. It's really hard to see the embossing part, but can you kind of see it if I tilt it there? This is from the back side, so this is the debossed side, but it just helps the sails puff out a little bit. And I'm just going to keep that just like it is. All right, so we've got that done. Let me set that aside, and what do I need? Oh, let's do one more. Let's die cut one more thing while we're at it here. So I'm going to go back to the Sunrise Sailing dies. Now these dies come with some ocean waves that actually cut the leftover piece in a wave, and then I also cut this with some detail in it. There's a medium-sized boat and a small boat. And they each have their own sails and a couple of clouds. I'm going to use these seagulls. I assume they're seagulls. These water birds and whatever. And we're going to die cut some of those out of gold. I love using these little birds as an embellishment on the card. You can also, there's a bird stamp in the set as well. All right, let me get all my bits and pieces here. So bringing the machine back in. This time we're just doing straight up die cutting. So I'm going to do platform 1, then die adapter number 2, plate number 3, And where is my gold? Here's my, it's over here somewhere. Okay, this is a piece that's, it's about 1 inch by 3, might be, it was a scrap I grabbed out of the bin, but okay, it's bigger than I need. Maybe, let's see, maybe, yeah, you could get 2.5 inches would be enough. So I'm still going to use it because it's a perfect scrap. All right. Sorry, my lights are reflecting, and it is gold. It doesn't look like it right now, but we're just going to send this little die that cuts 3 seagulls through the machine. Right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there are our seagulls. You can see that they stuck in there. Now you can also make this a relief, maybe not a metallic because it does make a mark where the edge of the dies were, but if you were doing like a dark navy or something, you could die cut the birds out of the navy, stick that on your card, so then the bird, if your card base is white, then your birds would be white. I hope that makes sense, what I'm trying to say there. All right, let's, you know what, I have one, well, we'll do it later. I'm going to set that aside. We have a grading banner for the inside that we need to cut too, but let's get the front of our card done first. I actually I didn't put a grading on the front of this card, just on the inside. So you obviously could add one if you wanted to, but I liked it better without. So, okay, so we're gonna grab our multi-purpose liquid glue here, and we're gonna put just a little dot of glue in the middle of each of these skinny little birds. Okay, a little dot will do you. Got my little cute little glue holder here from The Country Hive. They have a bunch of cute shapes for glue holders. Now with this I got, let's see, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see this, but I could zoom it up a little bit. I got kind of a big blob on 2 of these, so you can either let them dry, they turn tacky like a glue dot, or you can take a little piece of paper and scoop it off. I'll see what kind of shape they're in when I'm ready for them. For now, I'm just going to slide them over there. Let's bring our card base back in. We've got our embossed sailboat on there. Let me grab my, oh, found it. Got my adhesive here. Let's go ahead and stick this on. Now this is embossed, so I'm actually going to put adhesive on all the sides so that it sits nice and flat on my card. Pop that on here. And then our sailboat is going to go on here. So you can see that it does leave a little, I mean, I've just cut it slightly off, but it is all the way around. The beauty of doing it on layering it on a white card is any little imperfections or shifting is going to be hidden once it's white on white. So let's go ahead and stick this on. We're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Let's do that. I'm trying to put the dimensionals, I don't know, can you see that? I'm trying to keep the dimensionals in the part that dips down for the embossing so that my sails don't get sort of flattened out. You can also add, I'm going to add some mini dimensionals to the bottom of, well, actually, I think I can get a full-size one on there. Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, I can. All right, so I'm going to put a full-size one on there. You could also put some mini glue dots like on the ends. I'm just going to go with this. Let's peel off those backing pieces. And this, let's put our golden sailboat. Again, this is called the Sunrise Sailing Bundle, and sunrises can be kind of golden and magical. So we've got our sailboat there. And then we're going to add some ribbon on here. Now this is the same ribbon. It is called Gold Striped Mesh Ribbon. So let me show you that. It's a crinkle ribbon, which is really fun. It's got just some texture and like crinkling along the sides. We use that on this card. that I made previously with the Extraordinary Flora bundle to wrap around the card. This one we're going to wrap it around the other way. That's why I chose to do a long card base so that I could take my ribbon and wrap it around. Now in the measurements I printed out for this, I think I said, which have I lost those? Oh, I think I said 14 inches. I actually usually just eyeball it and just say, yeah, that's about enough for me to tie a knot. I'm not going to do a ribbon, or a bow, I'm just going to do a knot. Let's set that aside. And we're just going to knot this. I've got plenty of ribbon. Go ahead and just tie this nice and tight. So again, just knotting it. This is just going to double down on that gold and add even more gold to our card. I'm thinking this would make a nice, someone that was graduating. Gold seems to be, to me, like kind of a good graduation color, especially from college. Also for a wedding or an anniversary, gold just instantly adds elegance, right? I have enough left here. I could even tie a little knotted bow on a future card, so I'm going to set that aside. All right, let's bring in those birds that I had put glue on, and let me see how they're doing. I am going to grab just a little scrap. I've cleaned up my stamp room, and I don't have as many scraps right now. I'm just going to kind of take this little scrap of cardstock and just kind of spread out that glue a little bit so it doesn't ooze on my card. Okay, so let's grab, oh, it flipped on me. Okay, where's my take your pick tool? Oh, found it. Literally right here next to me. Okay, come here, you. Got a little glue on my desk, but not too bad. And then we're gonna take these and let's see, let's put one kind of down here. There are actually some embossed seagulls right here. And I'll stick one of them on there. Why not? So let's stick this skinny one. Goodness, I'm flipping them all. Flipping them all over tonight. Okay, we're gonna, there's an embossed seagull right there that this fits over perfectly. I'll leave this one as a kind of a shadow. And then this one, let's see if I can actually get one flipped over that I don't drop. We're gonna pad this one be right over on the side. All right, so we've got some embellishments there, but we're gonna double down on our embellishments and we're gonna add some other embellishments as soon as I find them. Oh, here they are, I found them. These are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. Now I know that seems weird. Why would I want to do pink on this card? I don't, but these gems also come with clear faceted gems that have flakes of gold in them, which is perfect for my card. We also use those on this card right here, and they're just beautiful. These gems are another one that you can find on the online store. I'm going to put two gems on here. I'm going to do a big one right over here and a small one right over here, just to add a little interest. Okay, so, and like I said, I chose not to add any grading to the front. You absolutely could add a grading if you wanted to. Maybe not do that seagull there and have it here, or maybe over here, like it could be a kind of a flag coming off the boat. And there's the front of our card. Okay, so let's put that aside and let's do the inside of our card. So I'm gonna set this over here and I'm gonna, oh, I found it, yay. So on the inside of the card, I wanna do a banner, and I'm gonna grab one of my go-to dies right now. That's the mixed label dies, and I'm gonna use this ribbon banner die here. There's something about it like seems like sailing to me, or blowing in the wind or something. Let's bring the die cutting machine back here, and then we're going to attempt a new product that I have not even played with at all, and we're going to see what it's like and how it works, and maybe I'll be showing you what not to do with it. I have no idea. But first we're going to die cut this banner. So I'm going to set that in here and send this through. So I'm going to set that aside. And of course, I'm going to emboss this in gold because that's kind of my theme for this card is gold, gold, gold. Gold and white. All right, so we've got our banner there. Where did I... Oh, found them. Couldn't find where I set the dies. All right, let's grab the embossing buddy here. And just going to rub that really well. And then I'm going to grab a stamp from the stamp set. Found it. I was like, what did I do with the stamp set? So in Sunrise Sailing, there are, besides the awesome boat that we used, there are lots of different greetings. There's that bird I was talking about. So I'm going to do congratulations inside, which will make this good for a lot of things, right? It could be anniversary or retirement or wedding or graduation. It covers all things. Oh, is that what I put? Oh, no, you know what? I changed my mind. I was going to do that earlier, and I actually have best wishes on here. So let's do best wishes. That also works. Gosh, does that work for everything too? I think it would. Best wishes for a graduate? Sure. Best wishes for retirement? Sure. Best wishes for a wedding? Yes. Maybe not for an anniversary. Birthday. Could do best wishes for a birthday. All right, so I've got that stamped on there. Again, I'm using the Versamark ink. Again, I'm going to bring in the Powder Pal. This time I'm just going to take my plastic spoon and scoop up some of that powder that we had left over from the sailboat in there. I'm just going to tap off the extra. Sometimes I like to just kind of blow on it, or you can take a paintbrush if any little bits are sticking. I keep putting my head under the camera. Okay, let's go ahead. And I hope I don't block your view. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to it so I don't burn my fingers. And I'm heating up my heat tool here. We've got our embossed best wishes there. So when I initially made my sample card, and I think I did use this best wishes for the sample one. Let me check. Oh, yep, I did. I put a piece of gold foil behind it. And that's fun, right? But I thought we could try this new product that I just got that I haven't tried yet. So these are, they're rub-ons. They are metallic textures rub-ons, and they're part of the online offering. And I was thinking, well, let's pull them out here and take a look at them. You get silver and you get gold in here. And I haven't, okay, come on. Let's take a look at what you get. So, and my understanding is you just peel the backing off, stick them on your project and rub, and they transfer over. So so we could do polka dots, the big polka dots. These are chevrons. I'm thinking maybe this would be super cool. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You could also do this really long one, maybe cut it to size, like that would work. So you get 2 sheets of those patterns. The wood grain is really cool as well, or it could be water, right? Like an ocean water. This one is the other gold option, which is 2 sheets of that. So you've got a wreath, lots of different splatters of different sizes, some golden leaves here, look like snowflakes or stars maybe, the grid pattern, and then these polka dots. And then you also get the same patterns in silver. I don't know if I can get that in the light to tilt. Can you guys see? Oh, maybe not. It looks just gray on here, but it's a shiny metallic silver. So let's go ahead. If I was not pre-recording this, I would ask you guys which one we should use, but I'm just going to have to guess. So I'm going to try this one right here. So how do you think I do this? I think yeah, I'm just going to stick it on, but I don't want that bit. So should I cut it? I don't know. I think I'm going to cut it out because I think other things will stick otherwise. So I'm going to just cut it, and I'm cutting the backing too because I don't want to get gold. I don't want to waste the gold on my scissors and have it stick to my scissors, right? Okay, so I've cut that out, and then I'm just gonna, it lifts right off the back. I wouldn't even call it peeling. It's just like a protective thing. Oh, get your card open, Sue. All right, here we go. And all right, I'm assuming you just stick it on and press. Okay, now what do I do? Do I just lift it? I'm rubbing it. Okay, well, let's grab our take your pick tool here and, oh, look at that. Wow. It's so shiny, you guys. I don't know if you can see how shiny it is. There's no edge. It just perfectly, it's like a temporary tattoo. Transferred right over. And then now we can put, oh wow, that's, yeah, okay, that's really, really stunning. We could put our best wishes right on there. You know, you could even angle it if you want more of the gold to show. I'm going to put it right smack dab on the middle. I wonder what will stick to this. Let's do, let's try glue dots. I'm just wondering if regular adhesive will stick well to that. Don't know. Let's try glue dots and see how those go. So these are really fun and very quick and easy. That was not hard. Okay, let's stick this on. And it looks so professional, like it was printed on the cardstock. So there we have our gold, beautiful. And there is our card. All right, let's bring in our measurements here. They got slightly crumpled during the video. Here they are right here. Let me just, oh gosh, Susan, move the messy. Move all the mess over. Let's see what we got here. All right, let me get the ship out of here. And let's zoom in a little bit. Where is that at? I lost my zoom. Oh, here it is. All right, there you go. Take a screenshot. Let me just, our birds aren't showing up very well because of the angle. Let me see if I put it up on the ribbon, if that helps at all. No, I'm just gonna maybe hold it. There we have our card. Very different look, right, than the red, white, and blue, but both, you know, both are good, right? It depends on the event, and it just gives you a different appearance and look. So awesome. All right, thank you so much. Again, this one is the pop-up parade card. You'll find these on my blog. That's my Crafternoon, special Crafternoon class from last month. Crafternoon is coming up. Packets went out yesterday. If you placed a $50 order in my online store last month, your packet is on your way to you. Crafternoon is a little bit different this month because of all my traveling. And so it's actually going to be on Thursday, May 22nd. So at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So a little bit different this month. There is a note in the packet as well that just reminds you of that. Thank you so much. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight and helping me design this card. Again, you can sign up for my free project sheets at on my blog, SueStanfield.com. Take care, everyone, and I'll be back Saturday night at 7:30 Central Time with another creative video. See you then. Bye-bye.